Hello. So this video is about passive. Okay, so before we start, right, you can get ready your grammar friends level 6. Okay. So we're going to do we covered a few, I think 2 units about passive. So before we start, right, get ready some water. Okay, calm yourself down and then breathe in and out a few times slowly. Slow down your breath. Because when we slow down our breath, right, we can actually focus better and then relax our shoulder. All right. So let's start. So this is Grammar Friends 6. This is Unit 5. Unit 5 here. Okay. Present simple and past simple passive. So look at these two boys here, right? So Tommy said, did you know that the internet was invented in the 1990s? Orion saying no, but new things are invented all the time. Look at my new MP3 player. So, what's the difference here? In this sentence, was invented, is this active or passive? Active means, right, it's like somebody invent something. If I eat something, I drink the water, I drink. Okay, if I say I was eaten, means something else was eating me. Okay, so that's a difference, active and passive. So here, right, you see, was invented by someone. Okay, the internet was invented. So it's passive, and this one are invented. And then, which one is talking about past? In 1990, so it's past, simple, passive. The formula for past simple passive you can see here, we either use was or were and a past participle form of the verb. So this is regular verb. So invent, just a quick revision, okay, to show you. So sometimes if you're not so sure what's the past simple and past participle form, right, just check here. You see, invent. The past simple form is invented. Past participle form, same, invented. Okay? So for some words, right, the past simple, past participle, they're different. But for all the regular verbs, right, most regular verb, the ed one, okay, they're the same. Okay. And then here, the second sentence. This is talking about all the time. Not talking about past now, but it's like all the time. This happens all the time. So we use present, present simple passive. Okay, the formula am is are, and then the past participle form. And here, more explanation here. Present simple passive or past simple passive. So here, look at this. We use the active form when we know the subject. The subject means here, the beginning part of the sentence usually is a noun. Farmers in Italy, this is the subject of the sentence. Farmers in Italy grow lemons. Grow is the verb. So when you look at this sentence, right, the structure is like this. First step, identify which one is the verb. Here, this is the verb. And this one is the subject. So subject, verb, a lemon here is the object. So it's the SVO sentence structure. And we use the passive when we don't know or we do not want to mention the subject of a sentence. Okay, either we don't know or we don't want to mention, or it's not so important to talk about the subject, then we start our sentence with the object. So you see the object, lemons, move to the front here. Okay, so this is how we form passive sentences. Lemons. And then we use the same word, grow. And this is like, look at this active sentence. It's present, simple, active. So we know that grow. Okay, we know that grow in the sentence, it's a present simple verb. So when we change to passive verb, it's still present. It remains the same. So present simple active, grow, change it to present simple passive. And to form present simple passive, here's the formula. We use am is are and then the past participle form. So for this one, right, lemons. Do we use am, is, or are here? Lemons. We have learned about this. Lemons, plural, right? So change the pronoun they. They, they. So for you, we, they, we use are. That's why here we use are. And then grow, we need to change it to past participle form. Grow, grew, grown. So this is the past participle form of grow. Grow, grew, grown. We use grown here. So the sentence, the passive sentence here is, lemons are grown in Italy. Two more examples. Passive sentence. A trophy is given to the winner. Why do we use is here? Because a trophy. Change the pronoun it. It is given to the winner. And here, give, gave, given. That's why we use given, the past participle form. Jeans, plural, right? So, they. Remember, you, we, they, we use are. Here, to make it negative, aren't or are not. Make, made, made. We use mad here is the past participle form of make. Jeans aren't made of wool. Okay, so this part, everything clear? So now, right, we're going to move on to past simple passive. So let me show you how it looks like before we, let me give you an example. Past simple active. Yeah, it's not given here. So for example, the boys put the books on the bookshelf. Okay, so here, this is a active sentence. Okay, this one past tense, okay? Put is a very interesting verb. It's because, right? Put, it's past simple and past participle form, right? It's the same. So you can see, right? Put, what is the past simple form? Put. Look exactly the same. It's pronounced the same. Put. So when we talk about past, right, we use the same word, put. Talk about present, put or puts. And passive is put, was put. Okay, still, so it looks the same, put. And here, Okay, this one is a past simple active sentence here. So remember the active sentence start with a subject. The boys, the subject. Put, the verb. The books, object, on the bookshelf. To make it passive, how? The object move to the front. Look at this here. So the books become the new subject of the sentence. And then possible, put. Okay? The formula to make possible passive, was or were. So this one, do we use was or were? Were. Why? Because the books. You see? More than one book, right? Plural. Change the pronoun, we can use they. The books weren't put on the shelf. They were not put on the bookshelf. So this is why we use were. The books were not. And then here, put. Put, the past participle form is the same. Put. So now it's a passive past simple sentence here. The books were not put on the bookshelf. One more example, you can see the children. Remember, one child, two children. When you see the word children, it means more than one. So pronoun they, T-H-E-Y. Okay, so they were, and then drive, drove, driven. So we use the past participle form, driven. The children were driven to school. Okay, were driven. So now come back here. Present simple passive, am is are, past participle. Past simple passive, was were, past participle. The only difference is, you can see right, this is the difference. The second part, no matter present, past, we use past participle. In all the passive sentences, we only use past participle form. Okay? Past participle. And then in front of the past participle, if it's present, use am is are. If it's past, use was or were. Next one, the question forms, how we make questions. The sentence structure, we start with the be verb. If it's present, we start with am is are. Are the children driven to school? If it's past, were, was or were the books put on the bookshelf? Were the children driven to school? Okay? So the question form, we start the question with am is are, was were. Okay? So we still use the past participle as the same. Just that we change the sequence of the sentence. All right, so it's practice time. Okay, so for exercise 1, active or passive. I was given a lovely present. How we know it's passive? When you see past participle. And when you see there's a be verb, am is are was were in front of a past participle. When you see this combination, right? A be verb with a past participle, 100%, it's a passive sentence. And you see number 2? You see a made? M-A-D-E, it can be a possible of make. It also can be the past participle. And then we check. Is there a be verb in front of this? There's no. So it can't be passive. which means it's active. The normal active sentence. She made me a cake. And this one's so obvious. Was made. A be verb together with a past participle. You know what it is. So complete this. Pause the recording here. Complete this. Okay, when you finish, right? And move on to the next part. Ice cream. This one just need to circle the correct answers. Okay, so number 1, right? Ice cream. Huh? Is making or is made from cream? What do we need here? Which one makes sense? We need a passive verb, right? So the formula for passive, is was what? And then a past participle form. So this one. Okay? This one, right? Just give it a try. Okay? Just circle the answer that you feel like it makes sense. For exercise 3, or you can pause here if you need some time to complete exercise 2. Okay, so done. Then move on. 3. Now, this one, the instruction is very clear. Only use present simple passive. So what is the formula? You can write it down before you do this exercise. Present simple passive. Am, is, are, or was, were? Present, of course. Am, is, are. And what do we need? What form of the verb do we need? The past simple form or past participle or infinitive? The past participle form. That's the formula. So films. Okay, step 1. Films. Huh. Plural, right? They. So am, is, are. And in the bracket you see not. So make it negative. You can use short form here. That's okay. Aren't. And then make. Change it to past participle. Made. Okay? Just like this. All this follow the same step. Pause here and finish this. Okay, welcome back. Exercise 4. Use the past simple passive. Very clear instruction here. All these rights for you to practice past simple passive. What's the formula? Write it down. And is, are, or was, were? Past simple, of course, we use was or were. And then, what form of the verb? Infinitive, past simple, past participle, which one? Yes, past participle. Okay, so we try one together. The criminal. Just one, right? So he or she. He, she, it. Remember, he, she, it. We use was. Okay, I and he, she, it. We use was. So here we use was. And arrest, change it to past participle form. Arrested. All right, the rest follow the same step. Pause here. Finish this. Now, move on to exercise 5. Circle the correct answers. So this one, you can see some we use present, some is past. So you need to think present or past. A very, very quick revision. When do we use present simple? No matter active or passive, when do we use present simple? We use present simple to talk about habit. I write down for you. Okay, present simple, right? No matter active or passive, the same. We use it to talk about fact, something that's always true. Habit, something that happen repeatedly. Okay, something that happen every day. It's like a routine. Okay. And past simple, active and passive. We use past simple to talk about something happened in the past. Okay. So some of these, right, you can't see very obvious time expression. So you just need to think, is the sentence talking about fact, habit, everyday routine, or something happened in the past? Okay, think like this. So number one, we try number one together. Cakes, with sugar, flour, and eggs. So is this talking about past or a fact? So number one is a fact. Fact we use present simple. It's a fact. Okay, we always make cakes like this. So cakes are made. So present simple, passive, the formula, M is R, and then past participle. And number two, okay, the Fiat company. Okay, so if somebody started a company, right, it must be, okay, this must be talking about past. So the two options here are only past. You just need to think, was or were. Just one company. So it's more common. Okay, a company, a place, a school, just one. Then we change it to pronoun it. So he, she, it. We use was. I and he, she, it, we use was. So we'll start. All right, the rest, you try. Pause the recording here. Finish this. And then exercise 6. Questions and answers. Question and just short answer. Okay? Haha, 2 in 1, okay? This one you need to think. Present or past. Present or past. So, make some notes first. If you think you need this. Present simple passive. It's all passive here. There's no active here. So, if it's present, the formula, and then past participle. And then past simple passive, the formula was for past participle. So, number one, we need to think first, step one. English, speak in Australia. This is talking about, is this talking about past or a fact or a routine or habit? Which one? It's a fact. Okay, it's like a habit, routine. So, present simple. So we know that the sentence, we need present simple. And how to make passive? Underline or find out the verb. Okay, so here's the verb, speak. Now, apply the formula. Make it present simple passive. So speak, and here we need is MR. So English, one language, right? So it's like uncountable. For uncountable, when we change it to a pronoun, right, we use it. He, she, it, and I, we use, he, she, it, we use is. So, is. It's a question. So the is, right, we don't put it here. We put it here. Okay? So, is English, and I speak we need to change it to past participle. Speak, spoke, spoken. Okay? So this is how we do. Is English spoken in Australia? Short answer is very simple. Okay? This one, you see a tick or that means yes. And then why do we use it here? Because English, we change it to pronoun. It's it. So that's why I put it here. And then why do we use is here? Why? Because this one. Is it spoken? Is English spoken? Yes, it is. Okay. So try number 2. We try together. Wow. Talking about pyramids. Talking about ancient Egyptians. Ancient means very old, long time ago. So is this sentence talking about fact, routine, or past? Very obvious. It's talking about past. So past right here. Question. So here we need a be verb. Is was were which one? Past. So it's either was or were. Which one? Was or were? You see, pyramids. Plural, huh? So to change it to a pronoun, right? They. The pyramids. They. So they, do we use was or were? We use were. You, we, they, we use were. You, we, and they, we use were. So were the pyramids? And not to forget, we also need to change this, okay? Built, change it to past participle. Built, built. So it's built. Now write down, were the pyramids built by ancient Egyptians? And a short answer, tick means yes. So yes, comma, and what do you write? It or a day? The pyramids, so we use the same pronoun here. Day. So yes, day. And then what do you put here? The same thing. So it's very often write short answer. We copy the first word in the question and use it here. So were, same thing, were. Yes, they were. All right, pause the recording here. 3 to 7, try by yourself. Don't worry about making mistakes. That's how we learn. Okay, just be brave. Okay, just trust yourself, believe in yourself. Just do it. Okay, be confident. Just think and do it. Okay. Wow, 10 questions for you to practice. Just follow the same steps. All right, you can pause here. Wow. So how is it? You finished the 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 most challenging exercise so far? Now we move on to exercise 7, okay? Present simple passive or past simple passive? I think this is easier than the previous exercise, right? Okay. So 2 tenses here, present or past. Then we need to think the same step. Number 1. Look at this sentence talking about a fact, a routine, or past. Yes, this is talking about a fact, something that's always true. We can't change it. It's a fact. Bread is made with flour. Okay, we use present. For fact, we use present simple passive. And the present simple passive, is are. Why do we use is here? Why not are? Yes, because bread. It's uncountable here. Uncountable now, right? We change it to pronoun. It. Bread, water, juice, oxygen, all this uncountable. So we use the pronoun it. He, she, it, we use is. And then make, past participle form is made. Number 2, do together. Many children. This one, should we use present or past? I think this one both accepted. Yeah. If you use present means that it happens all the time, right? Which is true. Many children here are taken to school by car. If you feel like, okay, we focus on this moment right now, maybe a past moment, you can use past. Many children were taken to school by car. However, I think, right, I would prefer to use present for number 2. Why? Because the sentence, right, we can't find any past simple expression like yesterday or to tell us when it happened in the past. So we do not have that information in the sentence. So I think it sounds better to use present. So many children, again, children, one child, 2 children. When you see children, it's plural. So they, and then we use are. Take, took, taken. All right. You can pause here, complete this by yourself. Okay, so the next one again. Okay, how chocolate is made. So you can see, right, this page, right, is about the third passive tense here. So I think you are like an expert. You know everything about present simple passive and past simple passive. So now I think we are ready for the third type, which is present continuous passive. So present continuous passive, the formula is like this. Is MR being, and then the past participle form. Just look at the example. Is being, okay? And then the past participle, tested. So no matter active, no matter it's present continuous, active or passive, we use present continuous to talk about things happening right now. Right now, right now, right now. The car is being tested now. Right now. The car is being washed now. Right now. The apple is being eaten now. Everything is being packed into boxes now. Talking about right now. Are the decorations being taken down today? Okay? Right now, today, tonight, same. We can use present continuous. Okay, so let's read the article. It looks very interesting. I love chocolate, do you? How chocolate is made. Chocolate is made in factories. Here's some photograph of how it's made. In the first picture, you can see that the chocolate ingredients are being mixed together in a huge bowl. See, why do we use are being but not is? Because ingredients, right? They. So we use are being, and then past participle, mixed. You can see the chocolate ingredients are being mixed together. Second picture, the mixture is being poured into shapes by machines. The mixture is uncountable. It's like liquid, juice, water, rain. Mixture is uncountable. So I change the pronoun it. It is being poured into shapes. The chocolate will be cool in a big cold room. The third one, the chocolate bars have been finished, and they are being sent to be packed. Okay, why is they here? They here refers to chocolate bars, plural. Yeah, it's countable plural, so they are being sent. Some chocolate is being eaten. Chocolate here is used as an uncountable. That's why uncountable now we use it. That's why you see we use is being. Some chocolate is being eaten. Okay, so it's practice time. So when you do this page, right, very often you need to think first whether it's countable singular, countable plural, or uncountable. So for countable singular, we use is being. Countable plural, we use are being. Uncountable, we use is being. Okay, number one, our planet. Okay, so this is countable singular, just one. He, she, it. Our planet, change the pronoun, remember, is it. Talk about just one thing, it. So he, she, it is being. Damage, change it to past participle, damaged. Okay, so this practice is very straightforward. Just for you to get familiar with present continuous passive formula is am, are, being, and then the past participle form. Okay. So number two, you can see too much rubbish. Do we use is or are here? Try. The answer is is. We use is here. Do you know why? It's because rubbish here, right? It's used as a uncountable. So too much rubbish, it. If you remember, right? Uncountable, we use much. So too much rubbish. And then we use is. Throw, through, thrown. So you put thrown here. So too much rubbish is thrown away. Is a statement. Number three, very straightforward. Number four is a question. So when you do number four, right, the M is R here. The structure M is or are. The rainforest being cut, cut, cut. Cut is also very cute. Verb. Okay, cut, cut, cut. The past participle form is the same. All right, you try this. All the best. Just one tense. One last page for this unit. All right. Pause the recording. When you're done, only continue. Number 9. This is like 3-in-1 passive sentences. We need to change from active to passive. Active sentence, we need to change to passive. We need to use the correct form. I do a quick revision with you. So all these, right, there are 3 forms here. The first form we have learned, right, it's present, simple, passive. The pattern is like this. is or am or are, and then with a past first participle of the verb. The second form, past simple. Passive. And then was over. Same thing. We use past participle. And the third one, present continuous passive. Is MRB and then a past participle. So how we do this, right? We need to identify. From the active sentence, we need to think. Look at this. They sell. So sell, is this present simple, past simple, or present continuous? Sell. This is present simple sentence. So they sell stamps there. This is talking about present, the routine or effect. So write down here. Do it step by step, okay? Be patient. Present simple. So this is present simple, active. When we change it to passive, we do not change the tense. So we change from present simple active to present simple passive. So now we need the present simple passive, the formula. M is R with a past participle. Stamps. So how we make this, right? They sell stamp. So stamp, we move to the beginning, become the new subject. Stamps. M is R, which one? Stamps, you see the S. Plural. Countable plural, they. Change the pronoun is they. They, we use are. So stamps are, and then sell, sold, sold. So put here sold. Stamps are sold there. Try number 2. She's giving him directions. You see, it's giving. What tense is this? Present simple or present continuous? You see, M is R and ing. So this active sentence is present continuous. So from present continuous active, change it to passive. Now we use this pattern, this formula. So she's giving him, become the new subject. So we change it to he. He, she, it, what do we use? Is, am, or are? We use is. And then the formula is being. And then we need a past participle form here. Give. The original form is give, the infinitive give. G-I-V-E. Change it to the past participle form. Give, gave, given. So, he's being given. Okay, he's being given directions. Let's try one more together. Number 3. You don't play. It's more challenging here. It's a negative sentence. You don't play football on a tennis court. Yeah, common sense, right? It's a fact. So you don't play. From here, don't play. You can see it's which tense? It's present simple tense. Okay, so present simple tense. We use the same one. Okay, number one, this formula. You don't play football on a tennis court. So football become the new subject, football. So football, do we use is, are, which one? Football here is like a thing, a sport. So it. We use the pronoun it here. So football is, and then play, change it to, before that is negative, right? So is become negative, very easy. How? You just add a not. Is not, or short form, isn't. Okay? Join it together, isn't. And then play, change it to past participle form. Play, played. Eat, play, played, played. Okay, just like this. Football isn't played on a tennis court. So you can notice, did you notice that all this when we change from active to passive, right? The original subject, right? We do not mention the subject anymore in the passive sentence. You see here, they sell stamps. Stamps are sold by them. But here, we don't need to talk about that. We don't need to mention it. She's giving him direction. He's being given directions by her. But here, it's okay. You don't need to mention by her. And number three, you don't play football on a tennis court. Football isn't played on a tennis court. It doesn't sound right if you add by you. So sometimes the passive sentences we don't include the people who, we don't mention it. All right. So yeah. So sometimes you can add the information by someone. Sometimes it's not necessary. All right, the rest, okay, it's time for you to give it a try. So thank you for watching the recording. Yeah, number 10, refer to 9, then you try it. All right, thank you. Enjoy your practice. Ask me if you have any questions next class, okay? Goodbye. See you again.